Okay, this is the third time today I've tried this. I'm running out of tree. They this is 15 foot long, 16. Now the earlier two pieces were lower in the tree. They were perfect 16 by 16 cans. What I was trying to do was talk about speeds. People talk about how fast they can go through the tree, walking speed. That lets you know what your mill, your blade, lubricant, horsepower. There might be some more things on the mill that I'm missing. What you're cutting, oak, pine, how wide it is, 2 foot, 6 inches. If it has knots, if it's clear, if it's dead wood, if it's green wood, so much comes into play, it's almost impossible to talk about that and derive anything. Unless you say, that's an MX Norwood mx34, 23 horsepower. It's a Norwood blade. I'm running water. This is southern yellow pine. It's 16 inches wide. That's how far wide I'm cutting. It's 15 foot long, maybe a little longer, but 15 foot long. And now it has knots. The 2 times prior that I messed up both of them, it did not have knots. Knots will slow you down a little bit. So I think most of the time I feel comfortable saying I can go, quite often I'll say I can go from here to there in 2 minutes. Now, depending on what I'm cutting, of course, that changes. In this situation, I think I can go from here to there, southern yellow pine, 12 inches wide, green, 15 foot long. I think I can do that in about 1 minute. I always like doubling my speeds, doubling the time, just so I get some wiggle room, and that way I can use the same time no matter what as a guideline. But if this was oak, it'd take me longer. If it was 6 inches narrower, it'd take me less. If it was 2 foot, the other day I was cutting that stuff 24 inches wide. It would take considerably longer. But I'm comfortable saying 2 minutes. And that just about encompasses everything I'll be up against. But today I think it will be, on this setup, 1 minute from there to there. I've cutting 2 before, so what I'm going to do is, for the third time, I'll try to see if I can't get this right. I'm going to start my stopwatch, this. I'm going to cut 4 times. And in that way, I'll have, a better average, so to speak. Now, the things earlier were 16 foot long, so it would have been really nice because it would have been 2 befores long at a time. And now I'm 15 foot. I'm a little bit short, a little over 15, but still I'm short. So anyway, let me see, and that way I give you an idea on speeds, if speed matters. Speed don't really matter to me. I kind of go slow, and I'm going to be going slow now. I'm not going to be going fast. I'm going to go on my speed, which would be a lot slower than your speed will be, I can tell you. Okay, that was 5 minutes 22 seconds, which included me backing up. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, see, 12. Let's just say 14, because this one right here is kind of messed up. It's a little bit short, and that one over there was no good too. The corners aren't going to be good. They're going to be pretty much just scrap boards. But anyway, I still had to cut through that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. It must have been taking me, just like I figured, 1 minute per run. And it's 15 foot, a little over. So I'm traveling at a rate of 15 feet per minute, cutting southern yellow pine, 16 inches wide, with a Norwood mx34 23 horsepower and some kind of Norwood blade. What I'm going to end up doing is, because I kind of got interested in this, especially after the first 2 failures of trying to put this on video, I'm going to put an 8-inch up here later and a 12-inch and that sort of stuff. Not right now, because I got to get a bunch of 2x4s out for this guy. But just so I can compare numbers. But I bet you I will. That right there, that speed and all like that, I bet you it will be linear. If I cut this in half, my speed will probably almost double. Almost. I'm not going to be running down through there. If I get down to something, you know, 1/2 inch, I'm not going to be running just for the sake of running. But I bet you my speed will drop dramatically the narrower and increase the wider. But it will also, my speed will also increase with certain types of wood. Sappy southern yellow pine, you know, it's like glue. It'll slow that blade down, it'll heat it up. That's why oftentimes I'll feel that blade after I get done. But let me see if I can't feel these 2x4s, get them off here and get this job off of me.